Hi guys, good morning to you. Let me just see what time it is here. 10:02. I'm 2 minutes late. So I just want to talk about the video I made this morning and the next two videos I'm going to make hopefully today, because it's raining in the UK. So my wife's at work, the kids are at school. So big shout to all of you out there. I know a lot of the people that watch my videos are asleep. So you just get high. I think I'm just going to put a cushion, get a little bit higher up. So I found a short clip of Donny Osmond talking about Elvis. And then I was going to just post a short, just him describing how he met Elvis and the influence that Elvis had over Donny Osmond and the rest of the Osmond family. Obviously, we know that the Osmonds were a phenomenon, and they had an amazing career. They still do. They're still doing amazingly well now. We know they're very religious Christian people, and they're just a decent family that through and through, even though all these decades have passed, are just decent, honest, honorable, genuine people, and just a lovely family. So they've paid many, many tributes to Elvis. And after he passed, they did, Donny and Marie did a lovely tribute special, singing Elvis's songs. And I know that little Jimmy sang some Elvis songs dressed in a gold suit. So I was just going to do a short, but then after watching, and I was sort of searching around YouTube, etc., and looking at pictures, I learned something, that Elvis had a very, very close bond with the mother. And I never knew this, but Olive Osmond, who obviously was like the rock of the Osmonds, looked like Elvis's mother, Gladys. And when Elvis befriended Olive, he felt a connection and wanted to be friends with Olive. And he did become friends with Olive, and he would phone her regularly for advice, and almost like a surrogate parent. And her children, the Osmonds, like Donny and Marie and all the rest of them, were like astounded that Elvis wanted to be close friends with Olive, and he would send her flowers all the time and gifts. And every time the Osmonds opened at the International or the Hilton, I think, whichever name you want to call it, in Las Vegas, Elvis would always send them a giant guitar dressed in flowers, wishing them the best. And Donny talks about how they used the same clothes designers, the jumpsuits and the diamonds, and that Donny would watch Elvis performing in Las Vegas, and Donny just said how amazing Elvis was, because he was so amazing live, as we all know. And he would watch Elvis walk into the crowd, and then the crowd would almost attack Elvis and trying to grab at him, and the reaction Elvis would get from the crowd. So Elvis just inspired Donny to go, I'm going to try that. And so Donny decides, and this is in my video that I've made, that he's just going to walk into the crowd and see what reaction he gets. Bearing in mind, he was very young. I think he was, 14, 15, 16 maybe. And you know what? He did get the same reaction. But of course, he was a heartthrob in the 70s. And he's got the Elvis image thing going on. He's a very handsome guy and just very likable. And I would say they had a lot of similarities, Donny Osmond and Elvis, because very good looking, very beautiful voices. And then obviously the image with the jumpsuits, with the brothers and the sisters. And obviously they were massive around the world. the Osmonds, and even in their own rights, they've all done exceptionally well, haven't they? Every member of the Osmond family. And I know that Marie Osmond is really, really popular. And I think everything they do is popular. So anyway, so just going back to the video. So I've been sort of looking into the friendship that Elvis had with the Osmond family and the Osmond's mother. And they really did relate to each other religiously because they were very religious people. And Elvis once opened up to his mother, to Donnie's mother, Olive, and told her that he actually wanted to be a preacher. So things took a different direction, obviously, because he was this amazingly talented human being that went down the celebrity and singing and acting road. But he deep down wanted to be a preacher. And I'm not surprised by this, because we know Elvis's love of Christianity and religion and gospel, and he really did believe that he had God and Jesus in his heart. So I can totally understand why he related to the Osmonds, because they were also like that. So isn't that a funny thing for Donny Osmond to say, that Elvis told his mum that he wanted to be a preacher? So that made me start thinking, oh, I want to go a bit deeper into this. So there's not much more I can say, really, other than this connection that Elvis had with the Osmond family. It was very special and stays with them today. And if you look through YouTube and you see many interviews of every member of the Osmonds praising Elvis, how much of a lovely person he was, and how down to earth he was, and obviously charming and friendly and polite and generous, and just repeating the stuff that every other famous person says ever met Elvis. So I think you're going to enjoy that interview, that video I've made. It's about 6 or 7 minutes long, and it's got some good little interviews in it and some nice clips from the 70s. I just really like it. It's one of my favorite interviews. So anyway, I'm going to try and diversify today. So I found an interview from Lisa Marie Presley. I think a very young Lisa Marie Presley, probably not that far into her 20s, probably during a period of her life where she was going through a bit of a wild stage, talking about why she liked, and here's the big word that gets a reaction, why she was into Scientology and why it appealed to her. Now, I'm not going to post this video to try and belittle Lisa Marie Presley. I think she's amazing, and God rest her soul, and we all miss her. But it made me think, well, what got Lisa Marie Presley into Scientology? Was it Priscilla that got her into it? And I just thought, I'm going to do a bit of digging, and I'm going to post a video, probably with Priscilla and with Lisa Marie, about her views on Scientology. Obviously, eventually, she grew tired of Scientology and wanted out. I'm going to try and find out what led to her saying she wants out. And I've recently heard that Priscilla Presley now has nothing to do with Scientology as well. So I'm going to dig that hole and find out more about that. And then I found another rare interview about, and it's Priscilla Presley. And I think it's probably around 1990. It could be a bit later. Priscilla Presley talking about her being approached about becoming an executor to Graceland when Elvis had passed away. And then obviously she took on that role. And then part of the questioning that Priscilla gets is that Lisa Marie allowed her at 25 to carry on being an executor rather than Lisa Marie completely taking over. And this is quite an sort of an unusual interview that I liked. So I'm going to dig deep on that. Like, why did Priscilla, why was she able to carry on being an executor? Why did Lisa Marie not want to carry on being an executor? Priscilla Presley does say that Lisa Marie did attend most of the meetings, even though Priscilla was like in charge on behalf of Lisa, that Lisa Marie behind the scenes did pay a lot of attention to what was going on. And I know that later in life, you know, going by all the interviews I've been watching, that behind the scenes there was a lot of disputes happening between Priscilla and Lisa that Lisa was not happy with. So I want to try and delve into that. So really, that's my interviews that I'm going to start digging into today. So I've only just posted the Donny Osmond video, and I did post quite a good interview last night. So I hope you enjoy that. So really, that's all I've got to say for today. I hope you enjoy the video I've just posted. And I actually really enjoyed making it because I really do like Donny Osmond and the Osmonds. I think they're an amazing family. So that's it. Thanks, guys. Just a quick live for you. Hope you enjoy it. You take care.